To create a versatile stereo field for the dialogue, you can produce a phantom center image between the left and right loudspeakers, and your dialogue will be dead center when you want it there. With the simple left-right pan, you can put the words, blah, blah, blah. All right, the end. Time for the interview.
You promised you were going to at least finish chapter 11.
What about toning and prepping the PFX elements?
Come on, boys. How about now?
I mean, I was really looking forward to the end of chapter 11.
Yeah, it gets good.
Really?
This episode of Partners Project is brought to you by lynda.com. Want to know where your favorite YouTube stars go to learn their tricks? Lynda.com has tutorials on shooting, editing, special effects, and more. Go to lynda.com/partnersproject for your free 7-day trial right now.
Hello and welcome to another Partners Project. I'm right now with Sam and Nico.
Hey,
hello.
You're done with your freeze frame.
Okay, it's over
Like,
now. Okay.
should I continue? I've been here before to interview Freddie and Brandon. Little do people know, well, people might know, you're all kind of one big big group
This is the
of
the
editing,
famous,
special effects,
the famous
directing
interview
gurus.
Yeah, a bunch of friends that like doing videos.
Pretty much.
That's a
You'll
good
probably say that more
hey,
clearly.
it's a good life for you guys.
Absolutely.
It works. How would you describe your channel?
I would describe it as premium action, comedy, and visual effects content for YouTube.
Watch out, Hulu. They're premium. Premium content.
Free
Exactly.
premium content.
Free.
A lot of our stuff is comedy related. Comedy lets us get away with doing really violent things and not getting flagged.
Yeah. And it also it helps the visual effects, because not everything has to be totally realistic.
What is it about what you guys do that catches people's attention online?
A lot of people like action films, they like sci-fi films, they like those kind of things, you know, those kind of big blockbuster Hollywood movies. There really isn't anything on YouTube outside of Freddie's channel that really kind of resembles that genre. So, you know, in terms of like high production quality, action-packed, imaginative visual effects.
That's Chamberlain Power's Werecastle. He's the master of all bad guys.
It's an enchanted castle that only comes out on the full moon?
It's an empty niche that hasn't really been filled very well. You know, we got one or two other channels on there that do it. You know, like Mike's channel does it, Freddie's channel does it, our channel does it, and that's it. That's like 6 minutes of content every 2 weeks.
Well, because people expect it's so much money to do those effects.
Yeah.
What does it take?
Well, I mean, really more than anything else, it's very difficult to do, and the reason it's so difficult is just because it takes a while to get to this point. I mean, we've been doing this style of stuff since, you know, we were like 14 or 15. That's pretty much like 10 years right now. So
More than 10 years.
More than 10 years almost, yeah. So, I mean, it's just, you know, doing it over and over again, just practicing, you know, learning different types of programs, effects. And more than anything else, it's learning how to start it with nothing and create something out of that, you know, whether that be no money, no costumes, no actors, you know, you just figure out a solution.
An actor literally just appears naked and you're like, we'll do this with special effects.
Yeah.
Throw a little costume.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we can't afford a shirt today.
It's okay, we can do that in post.
Exactly.
Actually, having the freedom to be like, it's okay, we can fix that, is actually really liberating when you're in a project. Not that we like to do that, because we're just giving ourselves a ton of work on the back end. But if we're getting a shot and like there's a car in the background, or you know something's screwed up, or missing the light, or you know whatever, it's just, we're always just like, it's cool, we got it, we know how to handle this.
You guys came to LA with a project that was different. You were telling me about. You were basically given money and a script.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, not to be too.
Yeah, we were working.
about
We were working back in college on a couple of short films, and it caught the attention of a production company out here. They hit us up and said, "Hey guys, here's a script. Here's some money. You want to make a feature film?" And we're like, "Yeah."
Go.
We packed up our stuff and filmed it. and then it came down to Los Angeles afterwards to edit.
That's crazy. Like, that does not happen often.
No, it doesn't happen very often.
So what types of stuff would you do in college?
Hang out, party.
No, I mean, what types of videos would you do?
We spent a semester or 2 working on like a big short film or something to that effect.
They were generally very much like action-packed short films, though, like visual effects. And actually, back then we did a lot of martial arts. I don't do so many martial arts things now, but yeah, there's a lot of martial arts going on back then.
And so when did you sign up your YouTube channel? When did you start it? When did Corridor Digital begin?
Well, actually it began as us doing freelance visual effects when we moved to LA.
Yeah.
Because upon completion of the movie, we had to make rent. So we basically just started doing visual effects for people who needed it on like a contract basis. Eventually Freddie started up his YouTube channel and we're like, hey, well, we just finished this feature. We're itching to like do something that we can, get like instant gratification on. So we did some Modern Warfare fan films, put them online. They did really well, and we just kind of took it from there.
What are your favorite videos that you've done?
Dubstep guns. It turned out really great. It was awesome working with Mike. That's a big collaboration. Deep down inside, I'm really proud of the fact that we got a video to go viral with it not being tied into any other like intellectual property. So it wasn't video game related, it wasn't tied into a movie or book series. It was purely just a standalone video.
Why do you think it went viral?
I mean, we took a small idea and just brought it to every possible extent. And we put so much work into it and just tried to make it as best as it possibly could be. More than anything else, like that video, we spent like, compared to the Adventure Time video, for example, spent like 2.5 days working on that.
Gotta get muscles!
The Dubstep Guns video was like almost like 2 solid weeks, just every day, 12-hour days,
Wow.
just getting it out. Yeah. So, I mean, that's the other thing too is, when it comes to small ideas like that, you're rewarded very quickly for the amount of effort and passion you put into it.
People like looking at craftsmanship.
Yeah.
You only put 2 hours into your video, unless it's like an amazing idea, or you're just having to catch something with the camera.
Yeah.
It's only 2 hours, and people aren't really going to invest a lot of time watching that. But if you've spent like, months like crafting this like piece of like 2-minute long content, it almost doesn't even matter if it's good or bad. It's 2 months of someone's time going into this piece.
Yeah.
People could sense that when they watch it. Do you have any signature visual effects?
Yeah, actually we do.
Oh.
One of our signature visual effects is heat ripples on muzzle flashes.
Heat ripples on muzzle flashes, yeah.
Yep. A lot of people ask us how I do it, and I always say it's displacement maps in After Effects.
Yep.
And if you can figure it out from there, awesome. But heat ripples on muzzle flashes, that's a thing.
Yeah, it's really great for when the gun's shooting in slow motion and you see like little shock waves coming out from it. It's a subtle effect, but it just makes anything look beautiful.
What inspires you?
The Matrix. It's still to this day, 12 years later, 13 years later. No,
Hard-boiled.
Yeah.
John Moo's hard-boiled.
Yeah.
Video games. Pretty much, also just everyone here in this building, Freddie, Brandon, Sam, Clint is another guy who's just moved in. Mm-hmm. Working with them, seeing what they do, and getting to like be part of this really crazy lifestyle and career.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
Well, yeah, where do you see this all heading as a channel, but then also all these creators on this platform?
If you just look at the system, kind of just the way it works is people start working, they start doing their things, they get good at it, they start to get older, the people who are already established start to get older and retire, and the new wave of people comes in. Mm-hmm. And we're on the next wave of people. It's, everybody here in this place, other YouTubers doing their thing, just everybody who's establishing themselves now as people doing video and being, media creators and content creators.
Yeah.
They're only going to keep getting better at what they do. As people get older and the system moves on and time progresses, those are going to be the new people, making the feature films 10 years from now.
You want to see awesome videos, and we want to make them.
Our interest in doing, larger projects
Yeah.
and stuff like that is just you enter an area where you have opportunities to do things you can't do in a 2, 5, 10 minute long piece.
Yeah.
You have a budget, you can really like focus on an idea and really perfect it. And actually or last night when we were working on the Adventure Time video, you were saying, well, the only issue with doing like weekly or like bi-weekly videos is that you eventually hit a situation where it's like you just need to get it done. You need to get the video out there, and so you don't get the time to like really like sculpt and craft and really like learn the technique behind a certain aspect of the video. You have to cut a lot of corners, and so when you move into the area of doing bigger projects and stuff like that, you really get that time to focus on it.
And I'm sure you guys are probably wanting to wrap this up, but one thing that I think that a lot of people on YouTube have never had to experience is working on a project, like being hired to do something, freelance visual effects, editing, whatever, and you give it to them and like, great, they write you a check, and then you don't see it, and you possibly never see it again, and you never hear if anybody liked it. You don't get to see the finished piece because it goes out to like Iceland or something like that. The one nicest thing about YouTube is you do it, you're finished, you get it out there, and boom, everybody sees it, and everybody tells you what they think. And that's really gratifying. Even if people don't like it, just immediately getting your work out to people is great. It's like being an artist drawing a picture, and then when you're done, like you throw it into the next room, and that next room happens to be an art gallery with 1,000 people in it, you know?
Yep.
So that's really nice.
Well, Nico and Sam, you're one of my favorites. You're so thoughtful, descriptive. You just went right into it to share everything you know about this space. So I appreciate it. And of course, all you out there appreciate it too. And thank you so much for supporting everything we do, because we wouldn't do what we love doing without you watching the videos and supporting the craft. So stay tuned next week for another Partners Project. See you soon.
See ya.
See ya.
Thank you so much to our sponsor, lynda.com. Go to lynda.com/partnersproject, that link right there. Go there to support everything that we do and also to become an awesome YouTuber. Go to that link, lynda.com/partnersproject, for a free 7-day trial to learn shooting, special effects, editing, and more. And of course, subscribe to Corridor Digital right here. Subscribe to us right here. For outtakes from this episode, go right here. Come back Tuesday for awesome Corridor Digital pro tips. Learn how they do their visual effects. And come back Thursday for an all-new Partners Project. See you guys soon.